Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth video of this series where I'm going to show you how I made this Blender Dark Souls 3 inspired environment. In this video here, I am going to be working on this big arch in the middle of the hallway here. So I'm thinking at the moment I want the arch in the middle to kind of have a bit more detail rather than just be kind of a flat surface going all the way across and back down. Or maybe just have a couple levels of depth that go in here. And I'll just play around with the kind of patterns and everything I can make a bit later and see what looks good. And with this the rest of the structure here, I kind of want it to cut off square at the top here like I've already got. I might rebuild this though because I'm not too happy with the topology. If possible, I want a kind of edge to flow up and around with the arch. And then I want it to cut off straight at the top here. Then I'm going to have another kind of section here where it goes up, and then I'm going to kind of make this look a bit more unnatural by moving bits up and down. Then I'm going to place a couple more bricks that I've built over here. I'm just going to drag them over and place them on top of here to make it look a bit more kind of broken. So for now, I'm just going to restart this. And just to show what happened here when I tried to add an edge loop and it stopped. That I think is because I've accidentally put a face inside the mesh like this one. So if I just delete that, now I can add an edge loop just in case you ever run into the same problem. Just check that. So I'm probably going to begin by deleting this whole section and just restart building this structure that I just deleted. Now the way I'm going to kind of curve the edge to go along with the edge of this arch here is I'm firstly going to add my mirror so I can see everything on the other side. Then if I just grab this one vertex, I can just extrude it, and then I'm going to right click, then I'm going to go G and shift Y to not scale in the Y movement. Then if I just hold control, I can snap to this. And just to make that easier, I've already got vertex points around there, so I don't need to do the shift Y kind of thing. So if I just extrude, snap to here, again, all the way until I'm at the top. And now, I can just grab this one, and I can just kind of extrude up, following the curve this way, and the count. And to make everything easier, I'm just going to move this all into a new collection. And I'm going to hide everything else. So now, just focus purely on this. I can go like that way, all the way to the top. Then it's just going to be filling in the faces. Relatively happy with how this looks. I'm just going to kind of space these vertices about a bit to kind of make it look a bit nicer with the edge flow. Okay, that looks nice. And now if I want to, I can add a clean edge just going straight through the middle here. But for now, I'm just going to fill the rest of this in and make it a bit more of like a square shape up here in the top corner. So this might be a little bit tricky with the geometry and the topology. So I might need to try it a few times and see what works out best. But for now, I'm just going to try kind of extending the top up here a bit. So we have some geometry there, just flatten that out. And then I'm going to try keep bringing it this way. If I can stick to quads, it would be great, but I think in this case, just maybe 1 or 2 triangles shouldn't be the end of the world. I'll see what happens. This is how it's currently looking. This has actually turned out better than I thought. So now I can just add a bit of geometry, a bit of thickness to this. And I will have these guys meeting the point of the arch back here, if I can do that. Then on this side, it's going to be the same thing, but on the other side of the arch. And just remember to correct the normals. Okay, and now for the top kind of face here, I'm going to apply the mirror, and I'm just going to, so again, I've got the same problem of some geometry isn't quite linking up if I just do this. I can see these guys here, so I just need to center these out a bit. Then I can add an edge loop right here in the middle. Bevel that to add a bit of thickness, and I want it to be around about probably like this. Just grab these guys here, and then just lift them up to around about here probably. Then I'm just going to grab some of these guys, shift them about a bit. If I want to make it look even more uneven, I can grab all of them, set my cursor to the middle here, and then just scale up a bit. Now it looks a lot more kind of uneven, and I'm even going to grab some of these guys and make them just a tiny bit less kind of flat. Straight lines generally in a render will make everything look a bit more artificial, so whenever you can get rid of them, it's a good idea too. Okay, and now I'm going to do the exact same thing down here, just grab a few random sections. Now, I want to add a bunch more geometry to this. The way I'm going to do this is just by manually beveling the edges that I want to keep sharp. Okay, so I'm going to see what this looks like if I bevel it. I'm going to give it 2 segments, and I'm also going to change its type there to arch here, because that sometimes creates better geometry, especially if you're working with a subdivision surface. So that's what it currently looks like, and I think that looks okay. If I shade smooth, then maybe I'll need to add a weighted normals to it. I believe this looks okay. I need to fix up the bottom here, but there's not really too many obvious shading issues, and fortunately with an object like this as far from the camera, any kind of shading issues you will have are going to be really hard to see, if possible at all. And the texturing as well is going to make it a lot harder to see. So for now, I'm happy with this. I'm just going to have a look about, see if there's anything I want to change. Or maybe see if I can fix some of the shading here by joining these. I might fix it a little bit, it doesn't make too much of a difference, but I'll just place them there anyway. To fix this bottom section, I'm actually just going to add those faces back, because then it will automatically support the edge. And if I just bevel this, we won't have that awkward shading. So I'm happy with how this looks. I'm going to keep the subdivision surface on for now, in case I want to go back and change anything later. And I'm going to start changing how the actual arch looks. I think this looks good, so I'm going to apply the scale and add a small bevel. And I think actually, before I do that, if I add a subdivision, everything gets way too smooth. So the best thing to do first is actually I can add that bevel just to sharpen the edges. If I make it something like 2, make this a bit smaller maybe. Then add subdivision surface modifier, shade smooth. Now we have the sharp edges and everything is nice and smooth, and I can start working on the bricks that I want to have up here. And since I've already got them back here, there's no point recreating them. I'll just grab all of these guys, and I'm just going to drag it back here, put this into our new collection as well. And now I can just start placing them on top here. Let me make sure they actually kind of fit nicely. Yeah, they fit fine. So each one by one, I'm going to have a couple loose bricks on top of here. So what I'm going to do now to make this even more kind of realistic and a bit less kind of simple is I'm going to grab a couple bricks, duplicate them and scale them down by maybe half their original size, and just place some in these gaps here or just sitting on top. And even if it doesn't fit perfectly, like it doesn't here, it's pretty far away from the camera, so you're not actually going to even be able to tell that it's not perfectly lining up. So it's no problem. You can just add them anyway. And sometimes if they do look like they're going to overlap a little bit, just move one forward, move one back, so you can make sure there's no faces that are going to be kind of fighting over each other. Okay, so I'm fairly happy with how this looks. Now what I'm going to do is go to this bottom section here and just start adding even more bricks along here. So I'm going to start with the big ones and just duplicate them, put them down here, then once again add some smaller ones on top. Okay, so with these bigger bricks, I'm going to make some kind of a bit higher, just to add to that unnatural look, or more to add to the natural look that it's been here for a very long time. If everything's nice and perfect, in a straight kind of line, it will just look a bit too fake. So adding something like this, just going up here, maybe up a little bit over here, maybe just these two, I'll grab and duplicate, then everything will look much better. Okay, I am happy with how that looks, and we can take a look with everything in the render view again to make sure it all looks okay. And I like what that looks like. Don't know if I want to add anything into these little kind of corners here. Maybe I will just add something for the sake of making it kind of look cool. So I'm gonna test around now with just a bit of, see what kind of what might look good in here going up on both sides. Maybe have something coming out across here. Okay, so this object here looks a bit strange at the moment, but I think when we have all vines growing around it and it'll be a bit more hidden, it's just going to be nice to kind of have this extra kind of geometry here rather than just have it as a blank wall. So this just makes it look a bit more interesting. Again, doesn't look great, but after adding textures and everything else, I think it will look a lot better. So I'm just going to finish this off by adding a small bevel. 2 segments, a pretty small amount. Then I'm gonna see what it looks like with shaded mode on. And oh, I'm actually doing the wrong thing here. I was using angle instead of the amount. See what that looks like shaded. And yeah, that looks completely fine.